Mr. Madison.
How are you, my friend?
I am excellent. How are you?
I am better than excellent. I want to first welcome everybody to another episode of The End of the Night on Romero Pictures Indie Brigade. I'm super excited, and do you know why I'm super excited, Mr. Ridgely?
Well, you're 50 years old. There's quite a few things that you could be super excited about.
Yes, just waking up in the morning is usually probably one of them. No, my friend. No, I am super excited because tonight marks what?
A 1-year anniversary of David Lee Madison's The End of the Night.
Yes, can you believe it? 1 year? I think, hi Ken, I hope you're well. 1 year ago, hi Amy. 1 year ago we had the wonderful Daniel Roebuck join us. And I think maybe about 60 or 70 guests later, we're still rocking and rolling and doing this wonderful car wreck of a show that we're doing. Thank you, Lance. Your show was wonderful the other night, by the way. Hey, Gregory, thank you. I hope we have a great show. I hope you stay tuned and watch it. But wait, before we go any further, Libby, hello. Before we go any further, one of the things that I love most about the Indie Brigade community, hi, Brandon, how are you, is wonderful camaraderie we all have. And there's actually a story behind this, Joe, that I'm getting to. I recently received in the mail from a dear friend, a fellow an actor who appeared in Libby McDermott's great movie Darkness Waits with me, and I knew him even before we shot that movie together. He's just a great guy. We run into each other's at conventions, and I know he watches the show. And his name is Jeff Lineback. And I want to shout out to him specifically tonight, Joe, is because I went to my mailbox the other day, and inside my mailbox, Jeff had sent me this. Check this out. Jeff sent me the original movie poster.
Nice. Hero at Large.
The original movie poster to Hero at Large, starring John Ritter and Ann Archer, and was directed by Martin Davidson. And you know why Mr. Linebuck was kind enough to send me an original Hero at Large poster?
I do, but I didn't see your name on it.
I'm sorry, kid at movie theater usually doesn't get into onto the movie posters, but Jeff knows that my very, very first foray into film over 40 years ago was in that film Hero at Large, where I play a little boy who meets the John Ritter superhero character outside of a movie theater, and the fact that Jeff tracked down an original theatrical poster for that film, Hero at Large, and then was kind enough to send it to me. I am absolutely flabbergasted at that kind of kindness. And Jeff, thank you so much. In a world like it is right now, everybody is kind of in a rut. We all have all different shit, is just screwing with us all. And for somebody to take their time to find something that they know would actually emotionally touch somebody, and then have the kindness to pack it up and ship it all the way to their house to them, I salute you, Jeff, as just a great guy, and I'm honored to call you a friend. So with that being said, Jeff, thank you so much for the wonderful Hero at Large poster. It's right here now in my office, amongst all my other movie crap, which is, when I say movie crap, it's the stuff I hold most dear. So thank you very, very much, Jeff, for sending me that. That was awesome.
We got more comments coming in, and they just keep coming in.
Happy anniversary. Thank you, Elena. Scott, how are you, my friend? I hope you are well. Thank you very much. Matt, you're the best. Thank you, Susie. I hope you are well.
Oh, and there's some Jeff guy here.
Oh, Jeff, thank you so much. That was really extraordinarily kind and just a really, really great gesture. And I am thrilled to add this wonderful, wonderful theatrical poster to my collection. And my wife will tell you I was giddy when I brought it home. Hi, Eleanor White. I hope you are well. Happy anniversary. 1 year anniversary. Congrats. Thank you. All right. With that being said, a little skit I always like to do. I like to do a little something before I get my show on the road. And tonight, I'm going to tell everybody it's our 1 year anniversary. I don't know who the hell's going to show up. I screwed up. I sent out like a whole bunch of links, but I'm a spaz. I'm old and feeble, and I might have sent people the wrong link. So forgive me because, I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. But I have a feeling a few of my dearest friends will come on and try to make my life as miserable as possible. But before we go there, there's always a little segment I'd like to do. Joe, I want to talk about great CDs that you may not have heard about, or you should give a listen. I think I've done this before, haven't I?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Carrie. If you haven't heard this band, they have a great, great kind of new wave, kind of 90s grunge sound. And the song that I particularly like off of this album was actually called Van Halen. The song is called Van Halen. The band is titled after something from Star Wars. I want to see if, Joe, you get the reference. The band is called Nerf Herder.
Nerf Herder.
Nerf Herder is the name of the band, and is actually the name of this particular album. But if you get a chance, and you want to listen to some good 90s grunge music, especially their song Van Halen, go out and get your hands on Nerf Herder.
So you still use a CD player?
What? Yeah, I still use a CD player. What else am I going to use?
Nothing.
Come on, youngster, enlighten me.
I'm only 5 years younger than you. I don't know, Spotify or digital or...
Spotify, isn't that something to get stains out of your laundry? The Empire Strikes Backs.
I'm assuming that has something to do with the Nerf Herder?
The Nerf Herder. It's the little guys that I think... I think Han Solo calls somebody a Nerf Herder. I don't know. Brian might know it. He's a big Star Wars guy. I'm a Star Trek guy.
Like, didn't Princess Leia call him a Nerf? No,
Maybe.
I
I don't know.
A scruffy Nerf? I don't remember. It's been
It's
years
been way too long.
since I watched the original 3. Shame
Yes.
on me. I got to go watch those.
The next one, if you get a chance and you're in an antique CD store, is a great CD called Perfectly Good Guitar by John Hyatt. Great CD. If you're into Nick Lowe, George Thorogood, Huey Lewis type of music, like an old hack like I am, you will love John Hyatt's Perfectly Good Guitar.
You see, I was right. Yes, Carrie called Harrison a Nerf Herder. So I said
Thank
Princess Leia called him a Nerf Herder. That was
She
an
has the
Empire.
coolest first name, Joe. How would you say it?
I already know how to say it. How would you say it?
Luciana.
Okay?
Am I right?
I believe you are right.
Well, there you go. Every now and then I get lucky. And John Hyatt does rock Luciana. The other one, and this guy, the lead singer of this, has already confirmed that he's going to be a guest on this very show. This album came out in the 90s and had 2 major hits on it. But you should go out and seek their other music because they're really, really a solid band. I think they're out of New Jersey. But this album came out in the 90s. And it was called Pocket Full of Kryptonite by the Spin Doctors.
I got burned out on the Spin Doctors when they played every 15 minutes 2 princes or princesses or whatever the hell it was.
2 Princes, yes.
Oh my God, I got burned. It just burned me out.
What was their other big song? I'm having a brain fart.
I can't remember them. And Fine Young Cannibal, She Drives Me Crazy. Those 2 songs, if I ever hear him, I turn off, gone, done.
Oh, Little Miss can't be wrong. Little Miss can't be wrong.
Okay,
You
that
don't
song
remember
was
Little Miss
good.
Can't Be Wrong?
Yeah.
Well, without any further ado, let's get this 1-year anniversary show on the road. Mr. Ridgely, would the wonderfully kind and super talented and lovingly called on this show, Uncle Scott, be in the green room?
He is. Mr. Schiaffo, are you available? I believe he is. Here is.
Ladies and gentlemen, Uncle Scott Schiaffo. Sorry, Joe, I didn't mean to step on your toes
No,
there.
that's okay. Hey, do it to it.
Spin Doctors, man. Love that band. Oh, my God.
Do you really?
I do. I mean, any guitar player who was of age to be digging music at that time, their guitar player was quite the player. And that record was killer. I mean, yeah, it did get overplayed, Joe. I understand. I know what you're saying about the singles, but they were great songs.
Wait a minute. I love Scott's shirt. Scott, let's see the.
Got about it.
That's
Forget about it.
awesome. That's great.
Somebody made this for my dad because he's a real Lodi Goomba, real Jersey guy, and he gave it to me. Forgot about it. Hey, Ken, how are you?
And there's Scott meaning.
Everybody who loves Uncle Scott and Scott Schiaffo knows that he's also a super accomplished musician and has scored 2 of my films already. Hopefully he'll score a 3rd one. And is John Hyatt... So I bring up the Spin Doctors, but you talk about their guitar work when I also brought up John Hyatt.
Well, I like the Spin Doctors as a band, but John Hyatt is world class in the same way that Warren Zevon is world class. He's a real musician's musician, a real songwriter. You know, and he never really got his due.
JD just says that he saw you on your Wizard World virtual Twitch stream.
Oh, cool, JD. That was a lot of fun. We got photo bombed or video bombed by Kevin and Jay themselves. It was mind blowing.
That was awesome.
It sounds awesome. So, Scott, we've been doing this crazy train wreck of a show for a year now. Before we bring our next guests on, I wanted to ask you this question: what moment or past guest stands out in your memory the most?
Oh man, I've had a lot of. I can't believe it's a year. I can't believe Roebuck was the first guest.
Mm-hmm.
That just seems like I remember just talking to you about, because you know how much I dig him, and I was excited about that show.
That was March 7th, 2020.
Man, so it's like this is like this is our pandemic year of shows. It, like literally lockdown shows. Man, there have been so many awesome people. Zach Galligan. I dig Zach. There he is.
You know what blows my mind? I mean, we had Zach Galligan on. We had John McNaughton on, who's one of the most respected directors of all time. We've had
my problem is I can't see the pictures.
Oh, there we go, John. And we had Don Most, who's freaking television royalty, and just
Bushfield.
Tim Busfield, who's done everything under the sun, both on television and in cinema. We have been. I mean, we had freaking Flash Gordon on in his basement while he worked out. It was unbelievable.
Next to his pinball machine. You can't get any cooler than that with the Flash Gordon pinball machine.
Yeah.
Ming Chen.
Ming Chen. I mean, John O'Hurley. I mean, we had freaking Peterman on, man.
Right. That was awesome.
We had William Catt. We had Judy Norton. We had this William Sadler. William Sadler from so many of my favorite movies of all time. It's just unbelievable. I mean, he was in Shawshank. He was in Demon Knight. He starred in so many great films. He was in The Mist, and this great actor, this legendary actor, is on our show, and he comes on, and he tells us a story about right before he's about to go on stage in a major.
It was a Broadway play or
Broadway
Broadway
play.
music. Yeah.
He absolutely he drops this bomb on us that he shit his pants right before he goes on stage. I mean, William Sadler said that on our show. Uncle Scott is life.
Oh, you people are way too kind. Hey, Ellie rocks, you rock. Well, you're the fans of this show are really. I'm not sure what I want to say here.
All right, without
It's much
further ado, Joe,
Yes.
would a frequent guest and one of this show's dearest and dearest friends, and truly just a pop culture icon, Mr. Brian O'Halloran, would he be in the green room?
He is.
Is he available to come on?
He is.
All right, without further ado, joining us on our anniversary show, I don't have to go through his credits. Everybody knows them. Mr. Brian O'Halloran.
Ding!
Yeah. I'll be there. Yeah, I don't know. He's celebrating that we're all trapped for a year and in front of a computer or something. I know, like he wants some sort of fucking award or something. And I'll be right up. Yeah, I know. You know him. He goes on about the smallest thing. I mean, he fucking went on about some stupid poster of a movie he's barely in. Hey! Oh, no, is this on? Oh, so I must have been muted. Hi, guys.
Brian, my dearest.
Happy anniversary. You're 1 year old today.
Wow.
Oochie boochie boo boo. Oochie boo boo. What do we get it for a 1 year old?
Did you buy me a onesie?
For a 1 year old. Does his diaper need changing yet? Have we brought the pony in?
Mr. O'Halloran, your show tonight, by the way,
Hey.
was very, very, and I'm not sure your topic would really would fit what we're trying to do here tonight on the
No,
end
not
of
at
the
all.
night. But with that being said, you touched on, and I'm just going to briefly touch on this, on Asian American violence that's happening in this world, and what you and your guest said was both informative, and it was a wonderful episode tonight. And I tip my hat to you for doing something that need to have been done, and that was really just a special episode.
Well, yeah. I mean, the title of my show is The O'Halloran Rant. It's about me ranting about things that I'm thinking about, and it just bothered me that the attacks on Asian Americans here in this country has been on the rise, and I had to say something about it. And so I had my longtime friend, Mr. Bertrand Wong, be my guest on the show to talk about the subject. He's an activist. He's also a podcast host himself, and he's also a martial artist and a martial arts aficionado. And we went on for a good hour or so talking about what can be done and our history together and so much more. It was definitely not your typical haha yuckles jokes kind of.
Not even supposed to be here today.
Yeah, that wasn't even said once. You know what I mean? It's that type of show. So if you
No,
get a
absolutely.
chance to watch it. So it's
Yeah,
definitely
what I was gonna suggest everybody watching this tonight, make it a point to watch Brian's show because it was socially important, and I tip my hat for you doing that.
Thank you very much.
We got a few comments that I got to go over real fast. Jeff is saying, 4 of my favorite people on screen. Thank you very much. There you go. Brian, is he even supposed to be here today?
Not even supposed to be here today.
Tiffany saying this show sucks. Party 100, we're doing a 12 hours. Okay. Congrats, gentlemen. And people are saying Tiffany's not even supposed to be here today. Come on. Brian had a great show tonight.
Thank you, Scott. I appreciate that.
I love Scott, Brian, and Joe so much.
Thank you.
This guy.
That guy.
You know what? I just don't feel the love anymore, Joe. I don't know what it is.
Keep drinking the electrolytes. They do you good.
Listen, you're talking. I'm in the same room with this guy.
You definitely are the source in this area, and we're going to shut you down for good. For good. Cancer merchant! Cancer merchant! Cancer merchant!
So where do you want to be this time next year? It's a great question.
In the Poconos.
In the Poconos, yes, that's where I want to. I want to Poconos.
All right, I'm going to say I want to be here celebrating 2 years.
Yes, 2 years after another year of some of the finest guests on talk TV, radio, whatever the hell you want to call this.
Podcasting, whatever it is. What is it?
Videocast, podcast. When I first started doing this about 3 years ago, we were calling it a live video podcast, which I guess that was entirely too long. So
I'm calling mine streamcasts.
Streamcasts, I like
That's
that.
good, yeah.
Brian, so how did your big Wizard World week go last week?
It went really well. Had some fun times. A couple of the fans of the Streamcast actually got on as well. CJ, I know he talked to Scott as well and talked to Marilyn. That was a lot of fun. We are now going to be getting apparently the autographs that were sold sent to us to sign them here and then send them back to the good folks to get them out to the people.
I'm sure that you got many requests to have copies of Wits End signed.
Oh my God. I can't count on my hand how many requests I have. No, really, I don't have to count on my hand. Because there's no DVDs. Are there DVDs yet? Is there physical copy?
There are going to be DVDs on April 12th and Blu-rays.
Oh, there you go. So
Yes.
you heard it here first, folks.
You heard it here first. So-
CJ actually did say he watched us on Amazon in my chat with him, which I was like, whoa, that's really awesome, man. Thank you.
So he's the one.
He's the one. Yes,
the
the one. One hit. Tick.
There we go. There we go. We're
Now,
not
I get I see a whole bunch of people are commenting. I'm a huge Wits End fan. Without further ado, can I? Well, I guess I have to. Is Miss Tiffany Shepis here, ready to join us?
No, she doesn't look too happy.
Oh, boy.
No, she's not going to join us. All right, fine. Don't join us.
Hey!
Hey,
Turn your mic on,
you
Tiff.
have to turn your mic on. There you go.
I said such important things just now. You guys missed it. Hi, guys.
Hello.
Hi, Brian. Hi, Scott. Hi, Joe. Hello, Dave. I was excited to come on today because I thought this was like the end. Like I thought we were like celebrating, like, oh, that's the end of the show, like a cancel party. But I guess it's a birthday.
Notice she's been celebrating beforehand.
Yeah.
No, so I learned from watching my pal, Mr. Brian O'Halloran, that it is an anniversary party. 1 year. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Way to go. Have you missed a week, a month, a day?
Have we missed? Yeah, I think we had 45 shows in 52 weeks.
What?
Yeah.
I am actually impressed with you. This is a one-time deal. It's great.
In a row?
Tiff, we got a question for you, if you don't mind responding to Lance.
Oh, you mean this hideous monster of superhuman size and strength? So I was cleaning my desk the other day, and this dude has been there, like in my cup holder. He's always there, and I was like, I don't know if this is like bad luck or maybe it's good luck, but I feel like it was sort of around the time of the pandemic when this man came to be. So I kind of thought about burning it in like a ritual, but I didn't.
Look at the bright side, Tiff. You could use it as like one of those dustpans.
Or an appetite suppressant.
Or a bedpan.
An appetite suppressant.
Or like Epicac. Isn't that what they give you when you need to puke up?
Oh, those kids don't know what that is anymore.
It's very much better looking than the real life version.
Oh,
It's all
really
the
good
filters you
picture.
put on it.
I did. I used those like Instagram filters, like a Kardashian filter on you. It worked. What's up, guys?
what's up?
You're not in the total blackness like you've been every other time I've been on the show.
Oh, he's upgraded. It's awesome.
I've upgraded. The love of my life bought me all new gear for my birthday.
That's awesome.
Yes, so thank you, Joel Carey.
Yeah, she said, wait, are you telling me you'll spend more time away from me downstairs in the basement? What do you need?
Ding!
I have so many. Oh, there you go. Jeff,
Wow.
You too.
Jeff Lindbach or Lineback or Leanbach. I love you.
Or lean back.
Or one or the other.
You know, Tim, I
what?
don't think I got to ask you this since you've been. I think the last time we saw you was on a Halloween show. I don't know if you got to stop by on the Christmas show.
No, I
But-
did. I was
Oh, you
there.
did?
Yeah,
I
because
don't-
we talked about the stupid question about holiday movies, and my holiday picks weren't accurate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, wasn't that the burnt pizza party?
Yes, I had pizza in the oven. It was the night of The Mandalorian, and you guys all talked shit to me, but then I went and binged it that night. Yeah.
In a row?
You're welcome.
Huh? No, I think like whatever it was up to. I don't think it was finished by then.
I think I never got a chance to ask you this, but it was really, really cool. And all kidding aside, right around Halloween time, they put up a Michael Myers spoof where you play a Karen. How did that come together?
Oh, that was really fun. So Andrew Cash, who I made a short film for years and years ago called Thirsty, which was just a really fun short film that had, Michael Bailey Smith in it, Joe Lynch, myself, and it's about like a guy who gets really, really high and he's like trying to just get a Slurpee, and he gets to the store and out comes this like Slurpee goddess, which is me, naturally. And she takes him away in the spaceship. And it's really stupid and weird, but it ended up like playing a bunch of festivals and people really dug it. Well, that's Andrew. Andrew's on a bunch of TV shows now and stuff. And he was doing like a project. They have like this thing out here where it was like people trying to hold themselves accountable to like keep being creative during the pandemic. So they were like, oh, we'll all make shorts. And if you don't make yours in a timely fashion, you owe us $100 or something like that. So he agreed to do it, called me. He's like, hey, I have this little thing. You get to play a Karen. And I don't even think Karen came out of his mouth. And I was like, I'm in. And little did I know it was an anti-masking QAnon Karen. And I was like, oh, this is my dream. I am obsessed with those people in like a bad way. And so we made this film and we shot it in like 2 hours right here in LA during COVID. So it was like everybody was far apart from each other, really, really quick. And it turned out great, I thought. So it's basically, those who haven't watched it, it's called Halloween is Canceled, and you can find it on YouTube. It's free. And Michael Myers is really sad because there's no kids out trick-or-treating on Halloween. And then he comes across my house and I'm like, are you wearing a mask? Don't you know those things are killing you? Don't you know? And like it just starts spewing this madness, and to the point where Michael Myers can't take it anymore. And naturally, he has to kill her. Yeah, it was great. And I really found that I think anti-masking Karens are my spirit animal, and I am way too good at it.
That was absolutely fantastic. It was really, really super funny.
Thanks.
Everybody who's out there, make sure you take a look at it. Mr. Ridgely, in the green room, would the super lovely and super talented Katie Barberi be available?
She would. One moment, please.
Hi, Katie. How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
How are you?
I'm awesome. I came on to wish you guys A happy anniversary.
I won't keep you very long because I know you're super busy. Tiff, did you ever get to meet the beautiful and talented Katie Barberi?
I have not, but I have heard about you on the show, and everyone loves you. And so, hi, I'm Tiffany.
Hi, Tiffany. I'm Katie. I need to change my Zoom call letters to that. Mine are boring as heck.
See, I just changed mine back because I was like, oh, well, see, you're on here and you are way too pretty for this. So that should just be mandatory. If you are female on this show, you're way too pretty to be here.
This episode's called Two Beautiful Women with a Bunch of Hideous Mooks. But I'm about to change that.
Man.
I'm about to change that.
Not mooks, say monsters.
But I'm about to change that because I am honored for our next guest, who's going to join me for a couple minutes. This gentleman played Carmine on The Sopranos. This gentleman was on Night Court. His resume is the stuff of legend. He's also a fellow Middle Village guy like myself. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Ray Abruzzo.
Wow.
Wow.
Hello, sir.
I was waiting to see who this was going to be with that intro. I was thinking, wow, this guy's going to be great. Also too pretty for this show, but
It's a fact.
How are you, Ray?
Absolutely.
I'm okay, David. How are you?
I'm doing very well. And Ray was one of our very, very first guests on this show back, I think, in April of last year. Ray was kind enough to do my film Middle Village with me. Ray's resume is in cinema and TV is really just speaks for himself. All you guys are dear friends of mine. So Ray, above you is the great Brian O'Halloran from the Kevin Smith Clerks films. And,
Of course. Hey, man.
He's not even supposed to be here tonight.
He's not even supposed to be here tonight.
Not even supposed to be here today.
No.
Next to him is the great Scott Schiaffo from the Kevin Smith universe.
Okay, got it.
I think next to you is the lovely and talented, beautiful actress, Miss Tiffany Shepis.
I
don't know if
see.
the screens are all...
No, they are. You seem to be calling it just like
You got it.
Yeah.
It's not usually like
next
that.
Under me and next to Tiffany.
Let me just approve it. Next to Tiffany is the lovely Katie.
Yes.
You did it.
I did.
Now, Ray, I mean, you've been in hundreds of TV shows and films. Have any of you guys got a chance to work with Ray yet?
No.
No.
We gotta make this happen. We have
Especially in this last year, I haven't had a chance to work with any of you or anybody.
I mean, definitely.
Or anybody on the planet. Yeah.
This last year, we've all just been little boxes.
That's it.
That's what we
it.
are. We're all trapped in little boxes.
Hollywood
Jokes
Squares.
on all of you.
It's
I'm
the Brady
recording
Bunch meets
this.
the Hollywood Squares, and that's pretty much it.
This
We are
is our new
officially
movie.
working together.
There you go. And how about the money?
Oh,
Well, I'm paying Katie a lot.
What are you paying, Katie?
Yeah, paying Katie a lot. The rest of you have to work for a tape and what else did it used to be like?
An IMDb credit.
An IMDb credit, and we'll give you a copy. We'll give you a copy of the film. Yeah.
Yes.
Somebody has seen one of David's contracts he gives his actors. It's exactly what happened.
I'm
for
a
fans.
little bit upset though because Ray, David just said that you were his first guest, but he told me I was his first guest.
Well, he said one of his first guests. And
he told me I was his first. No, he didn't.
David Madison.
I have that effect on the beautiful people, apparently.
There you go.
we all want to be your first.
Yes.
We all want to break you.
So, Ray,
Yes.
have you gotten to work on anything in the last 6 months?
No, this tonight is the most exciting thing I've done in the last year.
Boy, that's horrifying.
Yeah, I
I'm
know. No
telling you.
kidding. No, I haven't. There's been, I know some people are starting to work with, getting tested. I know some people have worked quite a bit. They get tested daily and then they wear the masks and all that. But I haven't had that opportunity. And right now I'm actually kind of okay with it until it's all cleared up. I've made it this far. It's been an interesting thing. As actors, your whole life, it's always, when am I going to get my next job? Every day you wake up and at the end of the day, you think I didn't get a job today. But through this pandemic, I've kind of relaxed and I'm thinking, well, nobody got a job today. So it kind of, my days are the same of when I'm not working, out of work, but now it's not my fault. So it's not that
So
I don't
the
take it
guilt
as
factor
personal
is
rejection.
gone, which is always good.
Rejection, the personal rejection on the daily, but it's starting to come back now because I'm seeing on people posting on Instagram, oh, I'm starting a new shoot or I'm traveling to Atlanta. Oh, you know, it's like, all right.
In fairness, Ray, we could all say that too. They'd be like, "Oh my God, best
No,
shoot ever
exactly.
tonight!"
Yes,
And
that's
then just
right.
post
Exactly.
the pictures of you, like with your family and like masks, like doing makeup.
This is the best thing ever. Yeah. So,
All right,
Yeah.
we have another gentleman in the green room. Another Kevin Smith alumnus, one of a great fan, a great friend, and a great guest of this show on several occasions, Mr. Ernie O'Donnell. Ernie!
Wow.
What kind of nerve do you have? Keep me waiting. I got no fucking M&Ms in the green room here. I got no fucking fruit juice. I got nothing.
No
I
problem.
got the memo that
Nothing.
only green M&Ms.
That's right.
It's a weird ask.
That's the
There
exact
has to
reason
be
why.
a weird ask.
That's the exact reason why David Lee Roth left the green room 5 minutes earlier. We just didn't have.
but he trashed it before he left, didn't he? Or
Yes.
that's all?
Yeah.
That's what that was.
Hey,
Ernie, how the hell are you?
I'm good. I'm mesmerized by Brian's screen there. It looked like his head's all sparkling. What the fuck, dude?
Well,
Holy
it's an anniversary show. You're supposed to have been all dressed up and shit.
yeah, I got my pajamas on.
Yeah, I took a shower.
We've all
Is everyone here trapped in these squares? Is everyone wearing pants? I wanna do like a pants survey.
Pajamas.
Pajamas. Okay, well that counts. I mean, at least it's okay. Good.
I'm not going to go to that extent.
I'm not tilting. I'm not tilting my camera down.
Sorry, I just needed quickly to take my dick out. I'm gonna leave now. I'm gonna go.
The great thing about it, at least it's a big dick.
Were we supposed to sing props and sound effects? Nobody told me. Where is everybody? Let's establish that. What part of the? Where is everybody?
Jersey.
Los Angeles.
Where are you in
Chi-town.
Los Angeles? Oh, Chicago.
Yeah.
How
Where-
cold is it there right now?
You know, it's starting. It was 40 today, and we were, it was bikini weather. I mean, come on. We haven't seen
Perfect.
this in nearly 2 months.
Wow.
It got cold this year. There was a polar vortex. We were feeling it
Well, I think
intensely.
this would be a good time, Tiffany, to say, wasn't it a beautiful day in Los Angeles today?
It was a really pretty day in LA today.
It was so clear and 70 something.
Shocking.
As a matter of fact, Ray, this morning my daughter and I were walking the dogs, and she's like, "I heard it was going to rain," and we looked up, and there was literally not a cloud anywhere. And I'm like,
Well, we did have a little rain the other day. It was,
the other day we did.
Yeah, that was huge. So
Where are you, Ray, in Los Angeles?
I'm in Topanga Canyon.
It's so pretty there.
Yeah, it's very nice.
It is
yeah.
pretty.
Nice.
Where
I'm
are you,
in
Tiffany?
Santa Clarita, which just is not pretty, I don't think. It's just a bunch of hills.
Yeah, Santa Clarita is like one of those places I only hear about like on the traffic report or something.
It's stupid.
Yeah.
No one should ever move here. I am not helping the sale of my home.
That's where those studios are, right? There's some
Yes.
studios that.
Yeah,
oh, yeah,
we
I've
have
shot,
a lot of studios here now, actually. There's a lot.
yeah, I've shot up there, and all those kind of warehouse areas they turned into studio. Yeah, I've shot there, but
Yep.
Yeah.
Nah, it was a mistake.
But it's quieter, isn't it? Or is that an urban myth? It's not.
No,
quiet.
it is quieter. I mean, for anyone that lived or has been around Los Angeles, I mean, we're
Right.
only 25 minutes from, like the city. It's just a kind of a long, boring 25 minutes. You know what I mean? It's like a quiet, long, windy road, and then you feel like you're in the middle of nowhere, and then I'm like, oh shit, I am in the middle of nowhere. Oh wait, there's strip malls. Oh, there's an Applebee's. It's that.
That's exactly what it's like going to Santa Clarita.
Yeah.
She nailed it.
Wow.
Maybe a horse.
I ride a
Is that
horse.
what-
I ride a horse here in Topanga.
Oh, well, you could ride it to Santa Clarita
All the
to see
way.
me.
Okay. Turn right at the Applebee's. Okay.
Oh God. Poor horse.
Poor Applebee's.
All right.
With the horse.
So I actually got a private message from somebody, and they want to ask Ernie a question. about the stash, the new stash.
Oh, yes, the new Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash is open, but we are having our grand opening on March 13th and 14th. Kevin and Jay Muse are coming in, and I hope some of my boys come too, Mr. O'Halloran, Mr. Schiaffo.
I will be indisposed. I'll actually be down in the Joe Ridgely part of the country. I'll be in Orlando Kissimmee that weekend.
Bummer.
Me and Marilyn Gigliotti. Actually, I will be there for the day that the movies opens in Orlando, so I may see.
So you'll be there.
But my gig is on the following Sunday. So
Yeah, we've been getting some really great feedback, man. We've had a lot of press locally, and
great.
It's
Yeah.
so legendary.
I was there for the first day of the soft open last Monday, I think it was, and Ernie did a phenomenal job. The fans are going to be over the moon by how the place looks, and the storefront that's in the back of the store, and the
Awesome.
Buddy Christ with the kneeling the pew and everything. You'll see it. You'll enjoy it.
And
Yeah.
Ernie, I must apologize ahead of time. I won't be able to make it because I'll be appearing at the Wendy's drive-through window. I will be. I'll be making slushies and chicken sandwiches. But
well, I tell you what, it's sold out in a heartbeat because of COVID. Everything has to be by a time slot and tickets, so it's sold out like so fast for the 2 days.
You know, Ernie, did anybody ever tell you that you are like Peter Berg, but without all that talent baggage?
I'm gonna try to take that in a good way somehow.
It has to be
Good
meant
luck
to
with
be.
that, Ernie. Good luck with that.
It's a layered compliment.
All right, just
There are
remember.
any layers.
Ernie, no matter what, you're always going to be better than Dave.
Yes.
So just take that wherever
that-
you go.
That's true, and I won't be as bad as Schiaffo back there. That old.
You can't hate on my Scotty.
Well, you got to
Just
give him a
Dave.
cattle prod up his ass to get him going there.
But
Ernie, you know I love you, and I'm just jagging, brother.
Ernie, you got to see his shirt though, man.
I know.
Forget about it.
Forget about it.
Forget about it.
Yeah.
So, Ray, what do you think about The Sopranos? It looks like HBO Max is going to start playing them.
Oh well, I just did some kind of radio show this morning, and I realized the show has just had this unbelievable explosion during the pandemic all over the world. I mean, I do a lot of these cameo videos, and I find people from Australia, Ireland, England. It's just complete, and they're like, "Oh, it's my brother's 21st birthday, and he's watching the show for the 4th time." So it's got these whole new resurgence. So it's time for them to start showing it. Look, I'm wearing this sweatshirt for you. I don't know if you could see this, but
Now, hold on a
this is
second. Good.
the silver medal winner of the silver medal Riyadh International Film Festival 2007.
Ooh, nice.
Okay, you want to know what film won? This is how deep The Sopranos is. I'm gonna
Cleaver.
Yes, this is
We can't
Cleaver.
see
You
it.
can't see it. Oh, there you go.
Now we,
Yeah, there you go.
We're seeing the thing.
Cleaver.
I just thought I didn't want to move too much so you'd see I wasn't wearing pants.
he's got a great ass.
Yeah, it was looking pretty good. Topanga horseback riding.
Well, horseback
I
riding.
don't know about exactly the angle and the lighting, but it was,
It was.
So I don't even know if I should say this or not, but I'm going to just because I feel called to, and like I'm not going to be able to keep my mouth shut. My fiance and I have a vast collection. It's an inventory, if you will, that we acquired almost by mistake some years ago here in Chicago. A gentleman by the name of Tony Andriacchi. He was a jazz singer, and he had a movie and television and music memorabilia store here in Boys Town called Diva Collectibles. And he was also the president of the Barbra Streisand fan club. Anyway, I actually do have a point. Okay. We ended up with this guy's memorabilia, and some of it is available on eBay. And you can look it up. It's called Bill and Us a Winky. That's our store. And when we have time, we're on there. And if you want to, anyway, the point, because I actually do have one, is it shows like The Sopranos and shows that were very popular in the 70s, 80s, the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and 2000s that haven't really had a resurgence the way that they had. It's unbelievable. We can't keep this stuff online. It's going so fast. And it's because it's all going up on streaming services because nobody can get out of their house.
Oh, right.
So like Tony had this, I call him Tony. I never met the gentleman. He passed in 2012. And I think we got his inventory in like 2017. But he had a vast collection as well of Disney memorabilia, Disneyana. And he has his stuff from the bed knobs and broomsticks and moon spinners and Escape to Witch Mountain and all that stuff. And all of this is available now on that Disney Plus streaming service. And The Sopranos, we had a little, I probably should, you're going to be like, you should have just sent it to me. But we had they were like 9 postcards of The Sopranos. That were a collection of postcards that came out for merchandising. Anyway, we put them online, and they got quite a lot of attention. It's extraordinary. All of these shows are coming back and having this resurgence, and anything to do with it. That sweatshirt's going to go for a lot of money, especially after this.
I'm hanging on, especially after. Well, they did such great merchandising. The Cleaver was a fake movie, but I mean, I don't know if you remember, they took out a full-page ad in Variety for Cleaver at the Cannes Film Festival, the real address with our names on it, Carmine Lupertazzi and Christopher Moltisanti present, and it had my film company on the back. They did such clever things. The name of my film company on the show was Lone Wolves Productions, which I thought was the funniest. Lone Wolves, the oxymoron of Lone Wolf. But they really went to all the details of creating the posters and all that for a fake movie. So Cleaver has a little bit of a following. People still always ask me, you're going to make Cleaver 2? We never really made Cleaver 1, but that's okay. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Schiaffo, I just wanted you to take this comment, if you would, please.
The Phoenix Suns doing a movie where he plays a young Tony Soprano. He looks so much like him. That is awesome stuff, Carrie Werner. Thank you, sweetheart.
Wow.
Yeah, I just had an exchange with Michael recently. Michael's his son, and he's about 19 now, I think. And he was with Jimmy when he passed away in Rome. Yeah. And as it turned out, of course, he had never seen the show. And then he gets cast to play the young Tony, but he was too young to have watched the show. So even after his father passed away in preparation, he had to watch all 86 episodes of his father and the show. You think, I have some tapes of my father who's been dead for 27 years, and I have trouble listening to him. I couldn't imagine watching 86 hours of your father, and you're also studying it for the role and absorbing this TV show. I just can't imagine all the layers that went through in this kid's head when he went through that. But
I just wonder if that's, sort of just different if you grow up with celebrity parents, though. Like that you're just so used to seeing them all the time anyway that it doesn't have the same effect as like any of us watching a family member who's passed.
Well, I don't know, because like I said, he was only 13 when his father passed, and he never watched it, so he probably didn't see much of his father on TV. And
I guess he knew, he had to know he was very famous, but that doesn't mean
he seen him on TV shows.
He used to come
and
he used to come to the set but he didn't every once in a while, and to the parties. He was a little kid, like 5 or 6. You'd see him at the parties, but
he probably admires him, if that's possible, even more than he did, because of the subtleties and the extraordinary work. It must be mind-blowing to see. Your
and
dad
it's got to be
that.
so hard to feel like you have to live up to that and match it, and it's got to be crazy difficult, just because he was so good.
I know, and it's such an iconic character, and then to step into those shows, the expectations are pretty high.
That's a brave kid. That's awesome.
Yeah, and he's a good actor. I mean, he was on Vinyl, not Vinyl. Was it? No, The Deuce. You know, the show, The Deuce.
Oh, The Deuce.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
he was on that for a while. That's when he first started working. And I didn't realize who he was the first few episodes. And then I thought, oh, this kid's got a little something. And then I realized who he was. And of course, he looks just like him. It's kind of a little spooky.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is a strange question for you, Ray. But
Yes.
I saw for the first time last night, I've never seen this film before, Copland with Sylvester Stallone and Bob De Niro.
Yeah.
And what was really strange about that movie, I think it came out right around the same time The Sopranos was playing, or right before. There is literally 9 Sopranos cast members in that film.
Well, you know, you'll find a lot of movies. You find, there's a lot of movies where all those people. I mean, Goodfellas has like 12 Sopranos members. There are a lot of films that turn up of that era and that genre that you'll see. You'll see a lot of those guys in. They've all worked together a million times before. They've all known each other for 20 or 30 years. Yeah. But
No, I
not
didn't know
me.
if it was maybe like the same casting department.
No, I think it's, you know, I think it's just
It's also an East Coast thing.
Yeah, it's an East Coast thing, and it's, you know, if it involves certain subject matter, you're bound to be working with those.
Copland's astounding. Yes,
I've never seen it. Yeah.
You've never
I've
seen it either, right?
No.
Really? Oh,
Wow.
wow. God.
Great movie.
Anybody else here seen Copland?
I saw it.
I was
saw it
at
last
the
night.
I was at the premiere of Copland.
Oh
because
man,
Kev-
that's
Wow.
a
because Kevin
great,
didn't,
great film.
Kevin didn't want to go, so he gave me the tickets. Yeah, exactly. So I got the piss. I was taking a piss, and this guy walks in, this big dude, and he goes, "Hurry up, you got to get out." I'm like, "What? Let me finish pissing." And he goes, "All right, let's go, hurry up." As I walk out, Stallone walks in. I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And then Michael Rappaport comes in behind me. He's like, "Let's go. I got to go to the bathroom." I go, "You can't go in there. Sly's in there." He goes, "Oh, fuck Sly. I got to take a piss." And, you know, Rappaport's the best, you know?
And Rappaport actually said the word "fuck." I'm shocked.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I know, right? He is.
If you watch any of his Instagram stuff or his,
He is funny.
Twitter stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Or if you
that
watch
guy.
him on the Howard Stern show, it's unbelievable.
He
He
is
lets
awesome.
he lets it fly.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is a good. Now that's Peter Berg was great in Copland.
Yeah, Peter, yeah, he's the
Yeah.
cop who.
Oh, that wasn't you. That wasn't you, Ernie. I thought.
Shit. Listen. I was on The Sopranos 5 times. You probably don't remember that.
No, Were you really?
He had a whole arc.
Yeah, that's
you
a whole
were
arc.
probably never even aware of.
Yeah.
He was the guy who cleaned the pole at the Bada Bing Club.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
And he had a problem saying Gabagol.
I got my goal.
And he wasn't even supposed to be there that day.
Exactly. But I'll tell you.
Be here today.
You mentioned Gandolfini. I'll tell you a quick story. I mean, obviously Ray has probably 1,000, but I have one that I found really, really interesting. Brian may know Juliet was a costume designer.
Hello, Scott.
Right. She was on Sopranos. She also did work for Kevin. So when I got cast to do some stand-in work and then some small bit roles on Sopranos, I met her and it was great. But the one thing I really remember is one is the catering was unreal. The catering was unreal. But Gandolfini, which I found to be so crazy. Nowadays, you couldn't get away with it. During the breaks and while everybody was setting up with the crew, he would walk around with a Polaroid camera and take pictures.
Just shoot pictures.
No, not just any picture. He would take pictures of all the girls' asses.
Oh,
He had a ring of pictures around his neck of all the female asses.
wow.
And it was like not a big deal.
Wow.
I mean, and it was back then, I guess it was, obviously it was more laid back. Nowadays, you'd get arrested for it.
Yeah, I was just
You
going to
get me
say.
too. You get me too in a second.
Oh yeah,
Woo!
but he showed me a little bit of the ring because I asked him, "What the hell is that?" And he goes, "Oh, check this out." And he showed me, and I just found it to be one of the greatest moments on set ever.
So now, was there discrimination on which girls, or it was just any female that worked?
No. He liked them all.
All inclusive.
There you go, Scotty.
All
Your
inclusive.
mic's off, Tiff.
I bet it was really funny too, Tiff.
Tiff-
there it is.
Well, you almost had. There it
There
is.
you go.
What I think was so profound It was very enlightening. No, I was going to ask, did they know he was taking a picture of their ass?
Oh yeah. Well, he would sneak up on him. I guess it was an ongoing
It was
joke.
a sneak
that he had.
attack.
Yeah, it was kind of a sneak attack, so you got the perfect shot. But I think they knew the ongoing gag because he had the ring of asses around his neck.
You know what's very funny? You
That
should
might
bring
be the
this up,
first
Ernie.
time the word "ring of asses" has ever been used.
I fell into a burning ring of asses.
Yeah, I'd give that to you, Ray. You could have that one.
It's funny because when I shot Wits End with Brian and Scott, I wore pictures of their asses around my neck too.
Unfortunately,
I wear my personal ass.
David still has the right there.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, I wonder if anybody took a screenshot when I was showing my Cleaver shirt. You could use that picture too.
I was just gonna say he would have loved that.
Well, I will tell. Okay, as long as we're talking about that, so just to prove that the guy doesn't discriminate, I shot a scene with him where I go to Phil's house. I bring him to Phil's house to try to make peace, and Tony and little Carmine go to Uncle Phil's house, and we're standing outside. And when I'm standing at the door, the camera's a two-shot of the two of us, and I'm talking. Jimmy had his hand while I'm talking, cupping my ass while I was talking off camera. So it's not
great.
a sexist thing, just so,
So
you
it's
know.
an equal opportunity groping.
Yeah. I think
That's
it's
what's important.
any ass will do. I guess.
And it is too.
Now you have so many people feeling not special at all. Like I thought it was just my ass.
Well, I
know.
might be the only guy whose ass he grabs.
It's like David telling everybody it's the first time you're the first guest.
We all
Ray,
believed it.
I don't
We
know
all
how to
believed
break it to you. I have a feeling you were not the only
Not
guy.
the only ass he grabbed.
No. I don't know. I'm just feeling,
You may not even be the only Ray.
Oh, that hurts. Now you. Yeah, probably Ray Liotta.
Ray Liotta, yeah.
He's like the pizzerias in New York. Ray's famous.
The original, the famous.
It might have started with Ray Wise.
Who knows? Yeah. Raymond Burr, I think, was the first ass.
Ray Charles didn't even know it.
Oh my God.
I'm feeling his presence right now. I am.
On your ass?
No, but I'm feeling like he might kick some ass.
You see what I started, Dave? I fucked it all up.
Started an ass ring.
With the ring of asses. Is
The ring of asses.
I do have a
Ray
question.
started with these like sweet stories, and then it's like
I know now it has just gone into the depths. I have a question. The ring of asses. What material were the pictures posted on? Was it a string? Was it leather? Was it a chain?
One of those rings, like the wardrobe people do.
Yes,
Oh,
exactly.
ring. Oh,
Exactly.
okay.
Oh wait,
It's
but
the
you said it
same-
was on
same
his
as-
neck.
Well, it was
Yes,
a big
it
ring.
was.
It was.
had
He would
around
wear
his
it on his neck. The silver ring. Like it's a.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, it's like
Got
a big key. Yeah, with they. Yeah,
Yeah.
it clips.
Hashtag ring of
Ring of
asses.
asses. This
My
is
new
terrifying.
podcast is Ring of Asses, starring all of you. That's
now
crazy.
we got to get. See, now we got to get his son a ring.
No.
No, we can't do. You can't do that anymore.
No.
That ring ended up somewhere.
Well, that's a good point. Where is it?
I don't
Where is
know
it
all
now?
those. All
And
those
how many?
Photos.
Yeah.
Should
That
we
was-
do a film movie road trip where all of us go in search of the ring and to give the asses back to their rightful property?
Well,
Like to their
they
person?
might end up in Katie's memorabilia shop.
You got to ass ID them.
Yeah.
We do have to ask.
Have you seen this ass?
One ring to rule them
A
all.
lot of things end
That's
up
right.
in the memorabilia shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, Katie, you're gonna be a billionaire if you find that. Like so much ass money.
Ass money.
Oh, this has really got in the toilet.
Just remember,
this man has so much talent. So much talent. Tony Soprano was such a huge pop culture zeitgeist thing that people forget that man, his character work in films before The Sopranos was mind blowing. He What's the Cassavetes film with Sean Penn? The young Cassavetes.
Oh yeah, Nick Cassavetes.
Nick
Right.
Cassavetes. With Sean Penn?
She's lovely, or she's the one, or she's lovely.
Oh yeah.
The lovely. God,
We all
I'm
have
blanking, but it's-
IMDb. You could think we
Yeah,
could.
we're gonna have to-
We look
Right,
it up
right.
and, you know.
All you got to
His
mention
character-
is
I'll go.
The guy, he stole every scene, invariably ever.
well, you put him in True Romance. He's the best character in True
That's
Romance.
right, True Romance.
Yeah.
I mean,
You know,
be
if you-
cool. Yeah.
The Mexican.
You know, if you told me a year ago when I
He's
started the
amazing
show
Mexican.
with like the legendary John McNaughton, if you were telling me a year later I'd be on with you guys talking about the Ring of Ass, I would have been very surprised.
I'm sorry, David. It's the Ring of Asses.
Oh, the Ring of Ass?
Yes.
I mean, you
Okay.
can clearly
It's
see the
trending.
hashtag that is being formed.
It's trending.
I'm gonna copyright it, and Dave,
Dude,
I'll give
I
you 10%.
already bought it.
10%.
I already
have
got
.org as well.
I got the
and
domain.
Tiffany?
I got the
you.
domain
was
name.
already-
Ringofasses.com.
The hell are you talking about? I created the hashtag. I'm already way ahead of you guys.
He moved
Just so you
fast.
know, the New York Post page 6 has already ran the story on the online version. Gandolfini, hashtag Ring of Asses.
What's amazing is I never heard that story, so maybe it did get stopped at a certain point
It-
before
it
I got
Not
probably did,
anymore.
One of
Yeah.
us needs
Officially
to write
resurrected.
the
Yeah.
trilogy of like fantasy books, like the Lord of the Rings, where we have to go on this hunt to find them,
Kind of.
and then when we do, we get like some fucking powers, and
Yeah.
we need
I can't imagine what the powers you'd get after finding the
Right,
Ring of
what
Asses.
hours are you getting? Ring of Asses. Hold
I
up.
think
What powers are you not getting with the
But wait a
Ring of
minute.
Ass?
I'm pretty sure a magazine already has a forum for that.
Listen, like my dear clerks friends here will tell you, after we done finding the Ring of Asses, we cannot go out to eat because you know you can never go ass to mouth.
Oh,
Or is this a continuation of the horror film, The
So,
Ring,
Real,
but The Ring of Asses? It's the new sequel.
I just Google searched Ring of Asses.
Probably a mistake.
You
you
did.
realize that this is
I did.
going to be on your history.
But it's fine. It's fine because actually the first thing that comes up is The Cultivator of Country Gentlemen.
Oh,
It's a book. And in this book, it says something about the Ring of Asses. So we gotta find.
you know, Jeff, I honestly thought that you were going to find a co-star of both of ours, Mr. Stephen Jeffries.
Oh,
in a row.
Wow, that was good. That was a good one, Dave. Way to go, Dave.
2% of the audience got the joke.
Yeah,
And I think more than that got it. They just said,
We just didn't think it was funny. Oh, if I Google search it without the spaces that I had in before, we get ass ring on Etsy. Ass ring.
Wow.
Ring of Ashes
Ring of Asses
Oh,
tattoo.
This is
and-
just it
I'm
just
sorry.
keeps
rings
getting more
one cup.
unstoppable.
I can go to Amazon. I don't even know why this would be on Amazon, but Pipe
Two
Dream,
rings, one cup.
Pipe Dream Anal Fantasy Collection Askgasm.
Oh God.
So
Oh.
there you have it.
Okay.
Way to go, Ernie. This is all your fault.
Well, at least
It is.
we all know what we're going to be doing when we sign off here. Etsy.
It is Friday night.
It is. It's still early here on the West Coast.
I know. I just feel like we need to let's talk about Downton Abbey or something like
Or
that.
Bridgerton.
Downton Abbey.
Bridgerton.
I have
exactly.
Tonight's episode, somebody stole a spoon.
The remains
That's
of the
Downton
day.
Abbey.
I haven't watched any of that. We've been watching Cobra Kai, and I think I was watching Cobra Kai last time I was on the show, and none of you had watched it yet. Has anyone watched Cobra Kai?
we all
Great
have
show.
all 3 seasons. What are you
It's
talking about?
great.
You're the one who didn't see the Star Wars show. What the heck?
No, I saw Mandalorian. I just didn't see it when you nerds saw it. I saw it like the day after.
Hey, stay nerd with the reverence it deserves.
And you said you binged watched 2
Nerd.
seasons
Yes.
that night.
This is
Of the
day later.
Mandalorian?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Cool.
Mandalorian's great. Cobra Kai, it's great.
By the way, I think if not,
See
But I guess-
Copland. I can't believe so many people haven't seen
I'm
Copland.
going to have to put that on my list.
Copland.
Oh, you're good. It's
Horrible.
I can't get
Yeah.
over it. It's powerful, powerful, powerful.
Yeah.
Everybody explodes off the screen in that. A real sleeper.
Yep.
Northern New Jersey town, cop corruption.
Right.
Every powerful East Coast actor ever is in the cast, as you mentioned.
Wasn't Harvey Keitel in that?
Harvey Keitel blows Ray Liotta, De
Yep.
Niro, Jane Garofalo, one of her first serious roles.
Wow.
Besides Dave, who is an actor or a person that you don't like for absolutely no reason? Like that you just can't.
Present company excluded.
Yes.
What? I just don't want my name popping up. Okay, go ahead.
No, is there someone like that you've watched on TV and you're like, man, I just can't get behind this person?
I got one
Like-
very quick. Katherine
I have
Heigl.
one.
Katherine Heigl.
Really?
I can't stand her.
Well, she ended up being kind of a bad apple though, too, right? Like she was like considered
Well,
like a major asshole on set and stuff, right?
Can you name somebody that you actually met and it was so disheartening what a jerk off they were, or no?
Again, present company excluded.
Please.
I remember that time in Central Park, Ray.
Yeah, that's
So Ray Liotta bothers me.
Okay.
really.
Yeah, and I don't
Wow.
know why. And I think it's his eyes. I think it's like just like something about like his
How about
eyes.
How about in those cigarette patch commercials he was doing? Did you see those when they were
No,
running
I wouldn't
last
turn
year?
it off. He bugs me.
Some Zyrtec, Zantac, some kind of
It was a patch. Yeah,
They were very creepy commercials.
All right, but Ray, what about when he played Sinatra in the Rat Pack?
Well, I'm gonna jump past him because I don't want you to do it. But how great was Joe Mantegna as Dean Martin?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Right? That was a great performance.
Yeah.
See how
By the way,
just-
Ray, Lee Mazzilli says
Nice.
hi.
Good job, Ray.
Lee, yeah. How's he doing? Lee and I have had a little. Yeah,
Sorry about that.
that's okay. We're fine. Ray Liotta. I'll tell you a story. So about many
Great
years ago-
actor, by the way. Not it's just one of those things I watch him
No,
and I
it's-
get like,
makes-
ugh.
No, some
Yeah,
people.
it's not about whether or not they're talented. It's like an energy thing.
Yeah.
It's an
And
indefinable.
maybe because he's
I have-
often played bad guys, like maybe
Yeah.
that's it. I just don't have like that, oh, he's so charming connection to him. But yeah, it's really Liotta.
I always
Even
had
in the
trouble
B
watching
movie.
Mel Gibson always twitched me out. He was always like too twitchy for me.
Mm.
And he always made me, some actors make me kind of nervous watching him. I just want to say, just chill a little bit. You know,
Another one, you know, like the Katherine Heigl, you know,
yeah, can't, you just,
showed his true colors.
I
Did you see
absolutely.
something wild?
That's okay. I was going to tell this story. That's where I was going with this. I'm
Something
gonna tell you
wild?
why. I auditioned for this. Now, this is like telling the punchline before the end of the joke. But I auditioned for Jonathan Demme for a film. Nobody knew much about it. I was in there for like 2 hours. We did every scene in the movie. The character's name was Ray. I thought I was really going to get it. And it was just one of those auditions you felt like he gave me a real shot. It was just Jonathan Demme, myself in the room, and a producer. And we just kept working it. He kept rewriting the scenes and using props.
Wow.
I'd never had an audition like that in my life. When I walked out, I thought, if I don't get this, it's not because he didn't give me a shot. It was great. So I don't hear anything for about a week or two. And then my brother-in-law, who happened to be in the photo business, was having lunch with Jonathan Demme's girlfriend at the time in New York. And that was the time where there were pagers. And during lunch, she gets paged. And she goes to the telephone, comes back and says, oh, that was Jonathan. He's so happy. He just cast this part in a movie he's having trouble casting. And my brother-in-law knows that I read for it, but he doesn't say anything. So he says, well, who got it? She says, oh, I don't know, Ray something Italian. So he calls me and he says, I think you got the part. So I wait, and then I read Ray Liotta got the part. It was,
Oh my God.
yeah, there was
That's-
no other Ray
that's-
something Italian at that time. It was me. Was it Ray?
Oh man,
Yeah,
brutal.
that film broke him.
it did
I mean,
completely.
yeah,
He-
yeah.
I will say this: he was a million times better than I would have been in that film, and I don't.
Oh, don't say that.
Come on.
Okay,
You would have brought
he
your
was
own
six-
energy.
He was 6 times better than I would have been in that film.
Oh, come on, Ray.
Okay,
You know what?
he sucked compared to what I would have done in that.
That's right.
So
I want to. Before we go any further, I want to say goodnight to Mr. O'Donnell. his computer's starting to crap out on him, and his battery's getting weak. Thank you
Yes.
so much for coming on. You know I love you,
I
Ernie.
was going to use that excuse, Ernie. What the heck?
He's freezing up on purpose. Is that what it is? He's frozen.
We do have to thank him for the Ring of Asses segment.
Hey,
I know I'll never be the same.
We literally need to circle back to it.
It's not the first time I've ever heard the battery died excuse.
Yeah, I'm driving. I'm going through a tunnel. I'm losing connection. Could we get Peter Berg? Is Peter Berg up?
Ray Liotta?
See, I just do the hello, hello, hello. Like you just keep saying it over and over again.
Right, that's a good one.
I think Donnie Most was in the green room, but when we started to talk about the Ring of Asses, he spontaneously combusted.
He went into tune. Ring of Asses.
What is happening with Ernie? It looks like the Blair Witch.
That's so awesome. He's like, yeah, my shit's dying. All right, we're going to say goodnight to Ernie. Ernie, thank you very much.
Good night,
You're
Ernie. Thank you, brother.
Hi, Ernie. We love you.
You took it to another level. Thank you always.
And it looks like the great Jeffrey Weissman from Back to the Future 2 was just chiming in. Jeffrey, if you want to stop on, we'd love to have you. But with that being said, thank you, Ernie, so much for being on. You know what? This is really an amazing show tonight. I want to thank you all very, very much for joining me on our year anniversary. I consider all of you dear friends. Even you, Tiffany. I don't know why. I must have fallen and hit my head tonight. But
well, I'm curious.
It's your birthday. It's your birthday show, so I could be nice to you for.
Tiffany got a new microphone. What kind of microphone is that?
That's a Shure, right?
That's what?
Is that a Shure?
It's a Snowball.
It's very.
That's what I was looking for.
I have this.
Wait, I don't get it.
Yours is extremely cool.
Yeah. Got to know the Clerks references for the Snowball.
Katie and I are going to
I get it. Okay. All right. Whatever. You know what? There. Now you can't hear me at all.
No, it's a really good mic. You can hear it.
That's a really good mic. Either that or that's not really your mic. It's a problem.
you know, it's funny. From where I'm sitting, it kind of looked like a football.
No. See, look. It looks like this.
Wow. Spherical.
Sorry, Tiffany. It was just too easy.
It's a round white thing.
It looks like the little robot from the last Star Wars movie.
Aw, cute.
I love that little robot.
So what's everybody's big weekend plans?
This is it.
God.
It's all downhill from here.
Yeah, where are we going to go?
Oh,
Well,
we got
tomorrow
a hot tub, Ray.
Oh, really?
Yep.
In Santa
I'm telling
Clarita?
Ray because he's the only one here in California. And
Yeah,
I'm very
it'll be worth
excited.
it. It'll be worth the. You know, I can tie up my horse at the Applebee's and jump into your hot tub.
Yes, it's gonna be so good. But we got this hot tub. It got delivered today. It wasn't supposed to be delivered for another 2 weeks. We're like crazy excited.
Wow.
My son went and got like his swimsuit on,
Ernie, you're
Ernie
back
looked, and they're like, "Oh, it'll be heated in like 12 to 24 hours."
That
So
sounds
it's
right.
Massively anticlimactic hot tub experience.
So tomorrow at about
We get
noon.
a new couch on Monday if anyone is interested. These are the type of things that bring tremendous thrills during a pandemic.
Well,
it's
tomorrow
very exciting.
I have plans tomorrow at 3:00 to go from the chair to the couch. I make that move usually around 3 in the afternoon.
Now,
That's
will you be
good.
wearing your day sweats for that or your night sweats?
You know, my day sweats have turned into my night sweats.
Right.
And yeah, it's there's not much distinction. Early
It's
on
true.
in the pandemic,
It's just kind
early
of
on in the
blurred.
pandemic, I was very specific, but now it's over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do, Madison?
Well, actually, I'm taking my daughter to her last college visit tomorrow.
Wow.
And then next Saturday on a local television broadcast, she's going to announce which one of the colleges she's going to of the final three.
That's awesome.
Wow.
It's unbelievable.
Wait, but-
Unbelievable, this girl.
Ron James
What?
picking her school? What the fuck is
She's
that?
actually the first kid.
On TV?
No, Brian, let me explain. She's the first kid in the history of the Wallen-Polpack Area School District who got accepted to Harvard. So
Wow.
it's between
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's huge.
she's picking
That
between
is good.
Harvard, Yale, or Emerson.
Just
What
saying.
does she want to major in?
Just saying. Ted Cruz also went to Harvard, so don't
That's
be
a
so.
good-
Hey! It's not really pumping out the educators think they are.
Maybe you should go to Emerson because I think Cruz went to Harvard and Yale, didn't he?
I
he
don't
did.
know.
He
I think-
also went to Cancun
Stop over in
University.
Cancun.
And he went to Cancun.
There was actually, I mean, not to throw more darkness into this, but there was actually a segment, I think it was on John Oliver this last Sunday, about, it was just, and look who went to Harvard, and it was just clips,
Yes.
like it was, did you see that?
Again.
Yeah, there are some very,
Shady
very
people.
negative human beings that went to Harvard. I mean, it's just, it's an extraordinary school, legendary. I'm just saying, it wasn't my segment; it was John Oliver's. But if you want to check it out,
And
You know,
I'm
David,
not,
it's very
Emerson-
discouraging.
Emerson
And
is sounding
honestly,
better
David,
every
I'm
second.
not- and David, I'm not dumping on the fact. It just she's going on TV to make this announcement. It's like what? That's
Dude,
She's going on. She's
when I saw how much she is being offered in scholarships, I thought I was reading it wrong. I have never seen that. This
It's
girl is extraordinary.
In fairness, I think Brian and I are just jealous that she's getting on TV next weekend and we're not. Like, what the hell? So what's her
But here's
major going to be?
But here's the thing: she's going to
What is it?
Harvard.
communications.
Communications.
She's going to Harvard, but she's going to Harvard via Zoom. She's not even going there.
You could do that? Wow.
Well, maybe she won't have. She won't have some of the influences that some of these very questionable individuals have had if she's not actually on the premises. So that would be a good thing.
But she won't be able to get the accent down. I'm going to Harvard. I parked my car and built my job.
You know what's really cool, and Ray
She
will
can still get the accent down.
Ray will tell you
She
this.
has her Uncle Brian to teach her that wonderful accent. you just
Absolutely.
did.
and Ray will tell you this. Ray and her have a great bond. They share a birthday, and they send each other birthday pictures all the time. Ray usually sends her a picture.
When's your birthday,
August-
Ray?
The same as his daughter's.
Oh, come on.
Katie.
Be aware I can Google.
August 12th.
No, actually, I don't have to. Tiffany will Google.
And even and Brian and Scott will verify that her birthday is August 12th.
August 12th.
Yeah.
August
Yeah.
12th.
Yes, we get hounded for 2 months every day from her. Like, my birthday's in 26 days. My birthday's in 25 days. Make sure 24 days. It's going to be sunny, I hear. Better take some sunscreen.
We usually get some good weather. It's also George Hamilton's birthday. So,
Oh, sweet.
yeah.
When's Ernie's birthday?
I'm going to talk and then leave. So,
Why did you come back?
He keeps
because
threatening.
I didn't leave properly. I was born November 24th, 1968. I am very proud of it. Thank you very much. But
Cool.
I will say congrats to Dave for the year, the show. You've been amazing, brother. I appreciate you having me on and always thinking of me. I wish you the best of luck in the next coming years.
Thank
All
you,
right.
brother. Be
I didn't
well,
want-
and I hope to get to see you soon, pal.
Me too. And I'm glad I could bring a little bit of, a little stank to the show.
Yeah, well, anytime I need stank, I give you a call, Ernie.
Joe knows. He knows.
Thank you, Ernie.
Absolutely.
All right, guys. I really
night, brother.
appreciate all of you. Okay?
Bye.
Thanks, Ernie. Talk to you
Bye,
Bye,
soon.
Ernie. Lovely to meet
know-
you.
Thank you. You
Mr.
too.
We're all going to talk about you as soon as you sign off.
I have no problem with that.
Did you guys notice that Ernie's goodbye to Dave was so funereal? It was just really lovely talking.
No,
to
it was
you.
really
Just-
heartfelt. But
Well,
I
listen,
mean, as heartfelt as it was,
I
if you
thought
don't
it was
have the ring of
I'm
baskets
never
for
coming
him,
back.
It's just not the
Tiffany.
same.
Tiffany,
What?
my wife is sleeping in the next room. I'm trying to be polite.
Oh,
Okay.
all right.
All right.
All right. Guess I
Okay.
don't know. All right, whatever. Good night, Ernie's wife.
Good night, Ernie. Thank
All right.
you.
Yeah, Ernie.
Mr. Ridgway.
I love that guy.
Is the lovely and talented Mr. Weissman in the green room?
I believe he is. His video camera turned off. Mr. Weissman, calling Mr. Weissman. Are you going to turn your video camera back on? Hello.
Maybe it's just his pants and it's just too close to the camera.
Topo
Joe,
Juju.
I just
Wait.
got a
Waiting for
text
Weissman.
from an IM from William Sadler. He's trying to get in.
Oh,
Mr.
okay.
Weissman, how are
There's
you, my
Mr.
friend?
Weissman.
Oh,
there
there
he
was
was.
Mr. Weissman.
It happened again.
Bye, Mr. Weissman.
There he is.
He is. You're like a party trick.
It's like pop-up Mr. Weissman.
And Bill Sadler, I haven't seen. Sorry.
Okay, let me know if he pops on.
Okay, we'll do.
Mr. Weissman, how are you, my friend?
I'm doing my my old man in the sea impression here. I'm okay. I just came from my first sighting in over a year. So
How was
very
that?
exciting.
Where was
in my
that?
hand? I can't move. I went back to the future.
Cool.
It was cool because I arranged to have it at the old ILM model shop, 3210, which was Kerner Optical, where they shot 5 of the Star Wars movies and all these other places, because a buddy of mine runs it. And so these guys who brought in all the posters and photos and everything for me to sign, all Back to the Future, they were like kids in the candy shop. They were like, "Oh my God, no, this is so incredible!" So it was a win-win.
Nice.
Sweet.
Things getting back to normal. a little
Work
bit.
I've had in a year.
Now, Jeff, are you out in LA too?
No, I'm up in Northern California.
Northern California? Sweet.
Oh,
Yeah,
so beautiful.
My sweetie is in the wine trade.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Nice.
Well, why haven't we gotten our case of wine yet, Jeffrey?
Yeah, Jeff?
Is it on the way? Is it?
I'll go get it.
No, don't. Oh, God.
See, he doesn't realize you have a gold mine there, sir, by being David Letterman lookalike.
Yes, I'd like to have each and every one of you on my show so I can be thoughtful and engaging with you. Like Brian, it'd be really, really great. Yeah, I can just be flippant like Mr. Letterman.
Jeff, what I find the most interesting about your career is that you're one of the very few people I know who got to work with the great Clint Eastwood. Ray, did you get to ever work with Clint?
No, never.
What was it like being directed by Clint?
It's intimidating.
I can
No.
imagine.
I don't always get starstruck, but around Clint, I always did. I kept putting my foot in my mouth. And I was on location for about 5 weeks with him on Bell Rider. And when I auditioned for it, this is an interesting story in that Chris Penn, the late, great, wonderful Chris Penn, met Clint at a party and said, "I want to work with you." And so Clint sent him the script and offered him the role of my character's brother. And Chris threw it back at Clint. Said, "I want to play a good guy. Give me a bad guy role." So Clint put Chris in the LaHood's son and that, attempted rape that he has with Sidney Penny's character and all that, which he did great with. But that opened up the role because they moved the actor Chuck LaFont, who was playing Teddy Conway, to Eddie Conway, and thus Teddy came open. My agent got me in there to audition. And when I auditioned, I knew I had to cry on cue. And so I had a lock of my grandmother's hair in my pocket, and I had my fantasy charging from my Meisner. I had my Zen work and trusty. But I was put on tape by the producer and sent to Clint. And a week later, I was flying to Idaho to shoot the thing because I cried. It was good, right on cue.
Wow.
And so when I finally got to the set and was about to work and rehearsed my scene, and then Clint went off up into the woods to scout out the next shot with Kerry Snodgrass and Michael Moriarty. I followed him. He was all by himself, and I followed him because I hadn't met him yet. And he was in his duster and his hat, looking legendary. And he turned to me and was like, "Yeah." And I said, "Oh, Mr. Eastwood, I'm Jeffrey Weissman. I just wanted to introduce myself. I'm going to be in the next shot with you." And he said, "I know who you are. Who do you think hired you?"
Right. Right.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yes. So I'm sorry. So, and then over the next 5 weeks, almost every time, he didn't like the caterer for some reason, so fired the caterer. A new caterer came in the next day, and we're shooting scenes on top of a mountain that's totally exposed. And I had just brought in my ex-wife to visit on set, and Clint and I were having lunch on the top of this mountain together in a blizzard. And the caterer had just served us steak and lobster in the middle of a blizzard outside. I was like, nice weather, Clint. Huh? And he was like, I didn't expect it to be snowing in October. You know, it just, one thing after another, when he talked about this one director that he worked with that had this terrible head shake, and the actors, the director would say, action, and the director would start shaking his head a little more violently, and so the actors would stop and say, what? And he goes, no, you're fine, you're fine.
Oh my God.
I said, oh, was that when you were doing Rowdy Yates on Rawhide? He goes, oh no, it was way before that. I didn't. Rowdy Yates was in 58. I said, oh, 58, that's when I was born. I don't know. Somehow I always put my foot in my mouth.
Well, it's the studio systems have a lot to do with the way that we have been perceived as actors. You know, from the time Mr. Eastwood was coming up until now. You know, he was coming up in the time when there was a tremendous amount of control over the studios had a lot of control over the actors' images, and they would create not stars, not movie. I mean, they created icons. These people were icons. They were untouchable. So I completely get just being in the gentleman's presence and not knowing. What I'm trying to say is it's okay, Mr. Wiseman. It is. We understand and we support you 100%.
Oh, I was, very intimidated, and on one hand, and on the other hand, I was, constantly trying to keep Carrie Snodgrass from quitting the film. She was
Why?
She had a certain vision of how her character should be. She had a very feisty woman who was on the frontier, whose child was sired by an Indian, Native American, and she saw her as a very aggressive, independent woman. And Michael Moriarty and Clint kind of fought her constantly on this, didn't want her to be so aggressive and all. And she would blow her top, and I would take her out after the shooting all day and buy her a pitcher of strawberry margaritas and talk her down and keep her from, you know what they're doing over there? Why couldn't I do? She would just go off, and I was like, Carrie, just calm down, and let her talk it out. And she'd get a little buzzed and finally wind down, and she'd stay on the shoot. It was there were a lot of interesting things. Michael Moriarty accidentally got these 3 fingers broken during one of the fight rehearsals and quit the film. It took Clint 3 days to get him back on the film because he was composing a symphony. He's a composer.
But Jeffrey, did Clint ever? Just curious. Did Clint ever wear a metal ring around his neck?
Oh God!
Take photos of the catering or something.
Have you been watching the show?
This isn't steak and lobster. Look at this. This is what we had the first night.
Yeah, he did. Well, his horse actually stepped in the gopher hole and threw him, and he dislocated his shoulder. So he was wearing. I don't think that's what you were asking.
No, have you been watching the show? Because we owe you an apology if you have.
I know there was something about an ass ring.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, not an ass ring.
a ring of asses.
That is the hashtag.
It's very different than ass ring and ring of asses.
Yeah, Jeffrey, you're disgusting if you're saying ass ring.
Ass ring, you don't. Ugh.
No, ew.
And this is what we call in comedy a callback. Thank you very much.
I think I know that song. It's
Thank you.
Burn, burn, burn. Ring of acid. No.
That's exactly what Scott said.
That would be the parody that is officially in place for that hashtag that we cannot undo. It has happened, and there's no way to take it back.
I can show you mine.
No,
we already did. We did that too, Jeffrey. We did that too already.
It's all been done.
It's all been done. You got to get on this thing early, otherwise.
Help me, Brian. Help me.
Well, you're the only one that had steak and lobster.
We're doing shows material here, sir. Come on, you got to catch up.
I mean, this for birthday song. It isn't very long.
There's that magic act.
He's a party trick.
I really wish my hot tub was ready. I would not have been here right now.
I'd be in my car on the way to Santa Clarita.
That's right.
In a bathing suit, maybe.
What about the horse?
I'd ride the horse. Yes,
Right.
did I say car? Well, my horse is a Mustang. So it really is.
If you can get the horse into the hot tub. Now that's a photo that deserves to be on a ring.
That would be.
And that's a party.
Yeah, with a horse's ass. So. Okay, then.
All right. Well, this was a lot of fun.
Well, all kidding aside, I want to thank all of you very, very much for coming on tonight. I know I told you all it would just be a couple minutes, but this show always turns into that car wreck that people just can't turn away from.
Just can't turn away from.
Just can't turn away from.
Thank you, Ernie.
Time to get me on.
Yes. I'm actually going to go through you guys one by one so that you can all have a moment to... Mr. Weissman, you're up first because you're on the bottom left. Where can people find you? Do you have any conventions or anything going on?
I'm here at my house. You can find me here. And
4722 Oak Tree Lane.
Make a note of it. You can write me through jeffreyweissman.com and for a small fee, I'll send you a signed picture from Pale Rider. I'm trying to develop some sustainable work. I'm growing this to play the character that tells Mark Twain the story of the jumping frog, and then I'm going to shave it all and play Twain with a mustache, listening, and I'm doing Mark Twain's American History. So I'm currently writing six episodes of that. So look for that in hopefully the near future. That's about it.
If you take your glasses off, Brian is totally off base. You do not look at all like David Letterman. You are the spitting image of Robin Williams.
Uncanny. He looks more like Robin Williams than Ernie does look like Peter Berg. That's the.
Are you joking? Or are you being serious?
A few years ago, I actually played Robin's role from Fisher King in a stage production, and it was so hard not to play Robin,
right?
Because he owned that role so well, and it's such a meaty, delicious role. I cried, laughed. It was just gorgeous, and we raised a lot of money for the homeless and Robin's charities and such. And it was truly an honor. And people kept coming up and saying, I saw Robin there. I was like, I can't get out of it. I can't get away from it.
God, you're such a show off, Jeffrey.
Well, thank you for joining us tonight, Jeff.
It's awesome. So great to see you all. You made my millennium. Thank you.
Be well, Jeff.
Love you, Jeffrey.
See you, Jeffrey.
It's lovely to meet you, sir. Truly.
That's dinner. Oh, likewise, Katie.
Thank you.
And next, Victim, my Middle Village brother. Have you been to Middle Village at all, Ray?
Not for. No, it's been quite. Yeah, I can't even remember. It's been years. I've been out here so long, and when I go to New York, I just meet you in Central Park like that. I don't.
We still cry.
Well, already then.
In the ramble.
That sounded terrible.
That did sound terrible.
Especially for those New Yorkers that knows. And never mind.
That remembers the Central Park in the '70s. Yeah. No, I don't get out there that often. But I think next time I go, I'm gonna have to go there just for a couple of good slices of pizza on Elliott Avenue there.
Yeah, we'll go to Sal's.
Sal's. Yeah.
Ray's famous.
Ray, is there anything that you have coming out that you would like to promote, or any?
Like
people can find you.
I do the whole Instagram thing. There's a bunch of fake ones, but mine is actually the real Ray Abruzzo. So you got to look for there's like every week there's a new fake guy, but mine says the real on Instagram, real Ray Abruzzo, one word. So you could do that. And Central Park.
Oh God! Seriously, we can't.
I'm done.
Away.
I just have to say, after Central Park Ring of Asses, I am done. I've got nothing.
No one does.
It's terrible. No, if he's doing his autograph thing, I do a lot of cameo videos. I do, hundreds of those. Those are a lot of fun. Those are actually fun. But otherwise, I do a lot of stage, Zoom readings, as probably all actors are doing these days. Play readings and screenplay readings. But there's nothing going on. But I'll let you know.
Thank you. And thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for getting my back, fellow Middle Village brother.
Always have it, man.
All right, brother. Be well.
Take care. See you later.
Ray.
Nice meeting you.
The legendary
I'll meet you in the hot tub.
I'll see you tomorrow, 4:00.
Okay. Next time I'm in Chicago, Katie. Okay. See you later.
Thank you so much, Ray. It's lovely to meet you, truly, as
Same
well.
here. Bye-bye.
It's a pleasure for me to meet these extraordinary actors tonight.
Ray is hopping
next.
on his Mustang right now.
Next one up, I guess I have to because she's here. Tiffany.
Wow.
Wow. This is where I'm supposed to
After that introduction,
You know,
I
all kidding aside, Tiffany and I, for the last year on this show, have been at each other's throats. All kidding, all in jest, because we actually.
No, it's not.
Okay, she doesn't like me. Go ahead, do your thing.
I mean, do you really understand the time she took to make the big Dave head out of,
You know what's funny? I think she has a Dave voodoo doll because every now and then I get these pains in my lower back and in my
There's
shoulders.
a couple of these floating around in the house.
Yes.
Different areas. We
If
see
you
how
have-
you fare tonight in the hot tub.
if you if you have trouble breathing coming up here, it might
Yes.
be that one of them is in the hot tub.
I'll be gurgling.
Yeah.
Could be.
Yeah.
Is this where I'm supposed to say nice things about you and
No,
the
no,
show?
you don't have to say a damn thing about me or my show. You
Oh,
can just tell
good, 'cause,
people
like-
what you're up to, your Casualty Fridays, your movies, whatever you're up to,
I'm
where
up
people
to
can find you.
Casualty Friday is back. We record a new episode every 2 weeks. It's kind of fun. Our latest episode, we had Dee Wallace Stone on, and she's great. And I hang out here. It's kind of it. We're pretty,
wait a minute. You can say
what?
nice things about me.
I was gonna get to that, Joe.
I'm sorry. Are you guys in studio now?
No, we're still on Zoom. Yeah, everything's still on Zoom, which actually ends up being a little bit easier for us because there's 3 of us who are all actors and are all in. I mean, I don't leave my house, you know that, but everyone else is starting to do conventions and stuff again, so it's a lot easier for our schedule to book that out and have a guest just come on. So I don't mind it particularly. So Casualty Friday. I have an audiobook that I did that's coming out soon called Graves Anatomy. I didn't write it. I just did the voice. And I have a coffee table book that we are putting out through Barnes & Noble. It's an array of photographs of it's called Ring of Asses.
It is okay. It is
right,
not
Wait a
all
minute.
Ring
Central
of Asses.
Park Ring of Asses.
It isn't.
It's in my collection, my personal collection of Polaroids that I've taken over the years at conventions of people. So that's going to be out. It's going to be a lot of fun and probably damaging. But that's it. And lovely seeing you guys and Joe and Brian and Scott and my beautiful, gorgeous Katie, who is a ton of fun. And Dave, I guess for you for bringing all these awesome people together and making me have something to do on a Friday night.
Yes, maybe I'll actually see you in the Poconos this summer. Any chance of that happening?
So every time I get really close to buying a house, somebody in my family, the husband, is like, why are we buying a house in the Poconos? And I'm like, because I fucking love the Poconos. So it becomes that. But then he'll just like, all right, just go ahead and do it. And then every time I've been about to lock it down, COVID happens, or there's a stupid snowstorm, or there's something just awful. And then I remember that you're there, Dave.
Look
but
at
then
the
I'm
bright side,
conflicted.
Tiffany.
Because then I remember like Scott and Brian are nearby, and then I'm like, oh, maybe I'll go. And then it's like, oh, but Dave. So
You can live literally between Brian and I.
this sounds glorious. Anyhow, thanks for having me. You guys, you did a really great job. This is the only one compliment you're going to get this year, but I am very impressed with your show and your lineup and your friends and the people that actually somehow like you. So,
I have no idea. It's smoke and mirrors, my friend.
Yeah, great job. I'm leaving now. Bye.
Be well.
Oh, wow. She removed herself.
Yeah. She's just like, I'm out of here.
Joe's like, why am I here?
My
job is just not. I couldn't control the whole Ring of Asses thing. That just became. It was like a wheel that just went down a hill, and I couldn't stop it. And people are getting on and off the internet, and they're not telling me. I'm sorry, Joe.
And next time it's going to be Katie and Joe and the end of the night. And she's going to help me.
Oh, God.
My you just took my job, Katie.
No. You don't want that. I know you don't want that. But I'm happy to come here and hang out and listen to these just horrifying stories, but meet extraordinary people at the same time.
Well, with that being said, Katie, you are up next. Actually, you were our most recent guest, and the reason why I called you back is you're incredibly charming. You're great fun to have on the show, and I got so much positive feedback about your last appearance. Everybody wanted to see you back, so thank you for coming back on the show again tonight. And if there's anything you want to say, now's the time where people can find you, or the work that you have coming up, or anything your parting thoughts.
Well. So where you can find me, I am currently on the air with a telenovela. I've done over 20 of them. Somewhere in the world, I guarantee it. 3 or 4 or 5 of them are on the air, on Hulu, on Amazon. All you have to do is Google my resume. I don't even know what's on the air anymore, but you can find me. There are so many telenovelas in the can. You can find me on one of them, I guarantee it. I have Every Which Way on Hulu. You can check that out. I have a new role on Chicago Fire that you can check out as well. I am on Instagram at the real Katie Winky. Or no, sorry. No, that was the old one. And that didn't work, so we changed it. The real Katie Barberi. At Twitter is at Katie Barberi, and Facebook is Katie Barberi actriz. But I have to add, my fiance Craig Hurley, who is now the biggest fan of your show, has a movie that is coming out. I mean, it's not a massive role, but it's kind of a massive film. It's a film called Cherry that was produced by the producers of The Avengers, the Russo brothers. And that is apparently in theaters. No one is willing to go into a movie theater to see it, but it's apparently there. And it comes out on Apple TV, I believe, March 17th. So you can check Craig out there with Tom Holland. And Scott, I wanted to touch on what you said after I got off the interview the other day, that we have the same personal appearance agent, ZSC Entertainment.
Along with Brian, yes.
Brian, well. Yeah, the lovely Juliet.
Yes.
So, okay, so have you guys been doing conventions?
There's been a couple of virtual, but that was it for me.
A couple of virtual. Okay.
Brian will tell you.
Yeah, there's been about 4 or 5 virtual ones that we would Zoom interact with fans, and then they had a site to pick 8x10s to have autographed or their own items, and then they get mailed to you. You sign it at home and on the back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we haven't started doing them yet, but we did sign with Juliet over at ZSC, and I just wanted you to know. Yeah, I wanted you to know that it's going to be an honor and a pleasure to be on virtual or in person with you guys at cons coming up here. I'm very excited about that.
Yeah, it's
Brian kissing me.
Yeah, that's right. There's the first real in-person thing I'm doing is going to be in Florida, not far from Joe Ridgely himself in Kissimmee. There, me and Marilyn Gigliotti from Clerks.
Oh, cool.
We're going to be at this thing called the Super RetroCon.
Nice.
So that's going to be at, you can go to superretrocon.com for tickets. It'll be a lot of fun. I'll be the one. I'll be dressed in a hazmat suit.
Right, exactly. I was just going to ask, how is that being handled? Everybody's just wearing their masks and.
Yeah, there's going to be stringent mask regulation. There's not going to be, hey, let's hug and take a photo together.
Right.
We're not going to do that.
Right.
I'll have a shield on, face shield on, or whatever. But we'll see we'll see how it works out. Look, if I survive the flight, I'll be happy.
Don't joke, brother. Don't joke.
This is just the bar just seems to be getting lower and lower.
But yeah, and it's not like I'm going to like a state that has everything in control. I'm going to Florida.
Yeah.
That's the way you finish the punchline. I'm just
Scary
saying.
They're a little
Scary
rebellious over
place,
there.
man.
I've been here since 1984.
Right. Joe, see, Joe hasn't left his house since 1984.
Are you in Florida, Joe?
I am originally a Long Islander, and transplanted in 1984.
Because I had a house in Florida for like a little over 10 years. I just sold it like 3 years ago. I had a house in Vero Beach.
Vero is just north of me. I'm in Port St. Lucie.
Oh my God! We probably, wow. I passed by your house on the freeway many times.
By the way,
Had
Katie,
I only known.
Right?
Katie, can you do me a favor and
Yes.
ask Craig if he'd be
Yeah.
willing to come on our show one week?
I don't have to ask him. I just have to let you know. I just have to finish the booking.
Okay.
Bookings. He really doesn't have any say in the matter. It's not, he doesn't make those kind of decisions. He doesn't handle the calendar and all that. I can confirm that booking for him right now, and I will have to give him a horse tranquilizer of some sort when he finds out that he's doing it. But you just send me a text message and let me know, and he is so beyond there. He's going to love it.
Absolutely. I would love to have him on. We're going to have a little bit of a hiatus now, but when we come back, I'd love to have him on.
Oh my God. You just made his night. You just made his March.
May I do a shameless plug?
Absolutely.
Do you guys recall who did the first online major convention that was a weekend long, 8 hours a day, 2 days? I think it was almost, it was in March.
Yeah, I might have been there too.
You might have been there. Scott was the very first guest on it. Ernie was there, and
wow,
Kane Hodder and Michael Berryman, and there were a slew of people, and we had panels, and then everybody started doing the same thing shortly after. So
I always jump on our jocks, Joe.
Wow.
I'm not gonna pee in this pool with comments, but that's all right. I'm glad that went well for you guys. It's awesome.
Well, Dave said he IM'd you.
Correct, but it was after other people had told me they were doing virtual. But you all got it out the door first. Yay! You're right.
Yeah,
You're
which was
absolutely
an
right.
extraordinary accomplishment.
We were the first.
You were the first out the door. You were absolutely right. But when Dave IM'd me, I told him that there's another one that I'm working with. But that was it.
Oh
That's
yeah, I heard that from more than one person. But and Scott was literally the very first guest on a virtual
Convention. Look at that.
Look at that.
You were the
And
man.
he
Scott.
wasn't even supposed to be there that day. I'm sorry, I just had to do it one more
Are
time.
you even supposed to be here
I
today?
felt so
Don't get me
bad
started.
that I didn't get the joke when we did my interview that now I have to say it every 5 minutes. Not as many times as Ring of Asses was said this evening, but
I wasn't laughing at you that night, Katie. I was laughing because it just
I was laughing at me when I realized that it was such a simple concept to grasp, that joke. I felt terrible. So I've done it now stupidly 3 or 4 times tonight, just trying to make up for it. But after the whole Ring of Asses thing, there's really no way to save this. So
please don't go there, because there's so many things that are.
This is the final chapter. I love it.
There he
Who
is.
knows Ring of Asses? Hey, baby. Thank you for contributing. God.
Someone is going to be
Such a-
organizing the Ring of Asses Con coming
Yes.
to virtual con.
Yeah,
It is going to
Ernie.
be a tremendous success.
Ernie's already pitching that to Kev. So
Katie, again, thank you so much. I will talk to you soon. Give Craig our best, and hopefully when he stops on, you could stop on too that night.
Oh God, it'll be a lot of fun. I'll just move his head out of the way when I want to talk.
Absolutely. Again, ladies and gentlemen, Katie
Thank
Barber,
you Thank you for
Thank you.
having me tonight, and many congratulations to all of you. You're doing an awesome thing. It's a great show, and it's a lot of fun to be a part of it. It's got to be even more fun for people to watch it. So congratulations and rock on, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you so much, and we will thank you for being a part of the End of the Night family.
Thank you. Bye.
Good night. Oh, what an
Whoa,
awesome
that was,
lady.
I mean, dude, that was 2 hours, dude. The show felt like it lasted 10 minutes. What a great show.
I don't know. Brian's looking around.
Look at that face. Where's that face? That face.
No, wait a minute. Brian's IMing me. No, it felt like 8 hours. Damn, dude.
To be honest with you, union rules in the next 15 minutes, we have to get a half-hour break.
And when are we going to get fed?
That sounded like we
hear the phrase "ring of asses" one the fuck more time. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
It sounded like we needed the Sopranos caterer to come on over.
Jesus.
Let the deuce drop.
Mr. O'Halloran.
Yes.
What do you have to say to our lovely audience before the evening ends?
Well, thank you guys so much for allowing my Chucklehead to come on here to wish you your first birthday, anniversary, bar mitzvah, shiva, bris, whatever we're calling this, and to be a part of the group. Of course, if you want to find me, there's the best place to do it in person. Come help me see people in the flesh kind of thing. That's the best way to do that. If you want to find me on the socials, there's the best way to find me on the socials. And if you want to find my O'Halloran socials, there you go. Real strong show tonight. I recommend people catch it. It was a lot of fun and serious topic this time. First time doing a real serious topic, but it was worth it. So I want to thank you. Congratulations, Joe. Congratulations to Dave. I want to thank the Romero Indie Brigade for being so supportive of my endeavors, as well as being supportive of this show and allowing me to have a fun time having a Chucklehead Fest with people I enjoy, to rib and really point out some silliness. By the way, seriously though, and Anna, I'm dropping all the bullshit. Seriously, congratulations with Amanda.
Oh,
that is fucking stunning. Stunning that she's gotten all these great scholarship offers. And she does deserve, to be honest with you, it needed to be a pay-per-view event. That's how awesome it is.
Oh, thank you.
So I'm glad she's making her announcement. If it is Harvard, I wish her the best of luck. That's a great part of the world to learn. And hopefully she can straighten them out up there in Harvard. Otherwise, wherever she goes, they are the better for it.
Oh, thank you,
David.
She loves you very much.
God, we love you too. Thank you, Joe. Hey, maybe I'll see you on the weekend from the 12th and 14th or something.
Orlando's only an hour and a half.
There you go.
Be well, Mr. O'Halloran. Thank you so much for coming on and being such a dear friend of the show.
Thank you.
Mr. Schiaffo, Mr. Ridgely.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Schiaffo, you want to take a moment
Victory
here?
lap?
Yep.
Wow. It's a year. I can't believe it's a year. And I've been extremely happy to be a part of this past year. I started off, been a great year. Dave, keep up the good work from Carrie Werner. Thank you so much, Carrie, sweetheart. I love you. I started off popping in a little bit on a few shows on occasion. I was a guest. And then I was the unofficial, official co-host, and I'm loving every minute of it. And I just want to see this continue on. And thank you all who watch and support. Thank you all who support my career. You can find me, scottschiaffo.com. That leads you to all the social media. And I just am genuinely, thank you, Scott Meany. I love you, man. Just genuinely blessed to have friends like this and the things I do have. So thank you all.
Well, thank you, Mr. Schiaffo, for always being a dear close friend of mine, and for being a part of this lovely little program we've put together. And I will see you in the green room in a few minutes.
Thank you, Scott.
Mr. Ridgely.
Yeah, I'm still reading things. I mean,
Yes, next year's anniversary. That was quite an enormous show, Joe, and I'm super proud of the program we put on here. And because this is our anniversary, I want to especially thank you, because none of this happens without you. You are great at what you do. You're a great producer. And the reason why I get so many enormously talented people onto this show is because they know that when they come on, they're in very competent hands, and that you have them looking great. You have the show put together well, and that you conduct yourself with nothing but professionalism, and you're a major part of what makes this just a great, great show. Tonight's show, I'm really at a loss for words. I'm immensely blessed to have so many dear friends who are willing to come on. And believe it or not, there was 4 or 5 people who said they were going to come on, who, like a moron, I gave them the wrong link. So those people, I apologize, and we'll have you on. We'll have you come back, because you're all, without you guys, this show doesn't happen. But this is a year. The amount of people who we reached and touched on this network, I consider you all family. Joe, George, and I love you all dearly. And I actually have somebody lined up for a show next week. I'm not sure. We might be going on hiatus. Just a couple things have to be worked out. Oh, we'll be back next week, Joe. So next week, the end of night will be here at 11 o'clock. And the lovely and talented Tammy Ann Roebuck, who's a wonderful director, will be on with us. And it's kind of a benchmark episode because her husband, Daniel Roebuck, was our first guest. I also have a few other surprises lined up for next week. And with that being said, again, I want to thank everybody at Romero Pictures Indie Brigade, our Grand Poobah George for letting me play in his sandbox, for George and Joe who built such a wonderful family here that every Friday night we get to meet and enjoy each other's company and learn from each other. And with that being said, again, Joe, I want to thank you for really, none of this happens without you. I have a lifetime of memories in the last year talking to a who's who of pop culture legends and icons, and you're my wingman right by my side, along with George and everybody who made this first season possible.
and I really appreciate the kind words, and I just got to let you know, I'm really looking forward to the next year.
Oh, I can. You ain't seen nothing yet. There's crazy stuff going to be going on, and we're going to do a show from a location soon, and all kinds of fun things. And this could never mean more than it does tonight, because it's just unbelievable what we have here as a family. And remember, no man is a failure who has friends. I will see you guys soon.